Dear friend, the Lord Jesus loves you. Yes, he loves you, and he wants you to also love him back. Thank you for finding time to watch this video. Do well to share it as well. Our topic today is, who is an apostolic administrator? Dear friends, the people of God of Sekondi-Takoradi Diocese, Ghana, received with joy today, that is Tuesday, August 18, 2020, the appointment of a new apostolic administrator. He is in the person of Very Reverend Father John Baptist Attakruh. By the way, he was my liturgy professor in the major seminary, a brilliant professor as such. So I'm excited for him, and I wish him all the best. The former apostolic administrator was the Archbishop of Accra, Most Reverend John Bonaventure Kofi. And dear friend, a statement from the Department of Social Communications of Sekondi-Takoradi Diocese states, and I quote, in a statement read by Monsignor Paval Talapka, Chargé d'Affaires of the Apostolic Nunciature of Ghana, he stated that the appointment took into consideration the difficulty for Archbishop John B. Kofi, until now the Apostolic Administrator of Sekondi-Takoradi Diocese, to continue to administer the diocese due to his health condition and distance from Accra, unquote. So the question now is, who is an apostolic administrator? And the aim of this teaching is to just give you a general view of who an apostolic administrator is. So, dear friends, if I am not mistaken, there is one unique canon in the Code of Canon Law which talks about apostolic administrator, and that can be found in Canon 371, paragraph 2. And this Canon 371, paragraph 2 states, and I quote, an apostolic administration is a certain portion of the people of God which is not erected as a diocese by the Supreme Pontiff due to special and particularly grave reasons, and whose pastoral care is entrusted to an apostolic administrator who governs it in the name of the Supreme Pontiff, unquote. Dear friends, apart from this canon, you will not find apostolic administrator in any part of the code. Let us have a closer look at Canon 371, paragraph 2. So right from the onset, it makes clear that apart from the certain portion of the people of God which is erected as a diocese, there is another certain portion of the people of God which is not erected as a diocese, but as an apostolic administration. So, apart from a territory which can be called a diocese, there can be another territory which is called apostolic administration. It is an apostolic administration, dear friend, because it is under the direct control of the Supreme Pontiff, that is the Pope. It is not made a diocese due to special and particularly grave reasons. It is up to the Supreme Pontiff to determine what the special and particularly grave reasons are. My dear friend, as we obviously know, the Pope cannot be in all the apostolic administrations of the world. As a result of this limitation, he appoints someone to carry out the pastoral care of the territory on his behalf. This clergy, who acts in the name of the Pope in the territory called the apostolic administration, is called the apostolic administrator. Dear friend, if that is the case, why do we have an apostolic administrator for Sekondi-Takoradi, which is a diocese? Because remember, under normal circumstances, apostolic administrator should be for that territory called apostolic administration. But Sekondi-Takoradi is not an apostolic administration, it is a diocese. So if you are asking, why are they giving an apostolic administrator, I will say that it is a legitimate question. Dear friend, this is a special arrangement by the Holy See. This means, whereas under normal circumstances, apostolic administrations have apostolic administrators, there can be a situation in which, through the special arrangement of the Pope, a diocese can be given an apostolic administrator, even though it still remains a diocese. Dear friend, in fact, the see or the diocese of Sekondi-Takoradi is vacant. Canon 416 states, and I quote, "An episcopal see is vacant upon the death of a diocesan bishop, resignation accepted by the Roman pontiff, transfer or privation made known to the bishop," unquote. That means with the transfer of the then Bishop, Most Reverend John Bonaventure Kofi, to the Archdiocese of Accra, Sekondi-Takoradi Diocese became vacant. That is, it had no bishop. In technical terms, or at least on the basis of the 1983 Code of Canon Law, when a see becomes vacant, the figure to hold the fort until a new bishop is appointed is the diocesan administrator. Pay attention, diocesan administrator, not apostolic administrator. Let me read part of Canon 421, paragraph 1. It states, and I quote, "The College of Consultors must elect a diocesan administrator, namely the one who is to govern the diocese temporarily within 8 days from receiving notice of the vacancy of an episcopal see," unquote. And remember, in Canon 416, we said, and I quote, "An episcopal see is vacant upon the death of a diocesan bishop, resignation accepted by the Roman pontiff, transfer or privation made known to the bishop," unquote. So, dear friend, in the case of Sekondi-Takoradi Diocese, the provisions of Canon 421, paragraph 1, that is, the College of Consultors meeting to elect a diocesan administrator within 8 days, could not happen. So, the Holy See, if you want, took up the diocese and placed it under its direct care. If the Holy Father is now the direct pastor of Sekondi-Takoradi Diocese, then he would need someone to govern it in his name. This then calls for the appointment of the Apostolic Administrator, hence Very Reverend Monsignor John Baptist Attakruh. And dear friend, if you have enjoyed this short video, why don't you like, comment, and share it with your friends? Invite them to visit my YouTube channel, Father John Patrick Tendana, and subscribe to it so that together we can keep deepening our Christian Catholic faith. I wish you joy and peace. Thank you.